What's up, everybody? This is Vince back with Views from the Deck. And today we're going to do something a little different. And last week we went ahead and created a indie deck card for both Doctor Strange and Wanda, the Scarlet Witch. The feedback from that was very positive. It seemed that a lot of you enjoyed it. And we even got a special request from one of our supporters, Gerald Boney, the creator of Mythsmith. And he was so enamored with what we had done, he wanted us to do a review of his card. And I thought that was pretty cool. So today we're going to cover Mythsmith. Now let's get into his details. So his name is Mythsmith. I cannot say that. Mythsmith. Mythsmith. You know, that is what happens when you have a big tongue like mine. Mythsmith. Okay, Mythsmith. His real name is Meshach Smith. Okay, I like Meshach. Meshach. Isn't that a name from the Bible? Meshach and Abednego. That's all I know. Meshach, Myrak, and Abednego, the guys that were in the fire. I think. I wonder if he has some ties to these guys. Their faith was so strong. They were put to death. They were thrown in the fire by, I think, like a Roman principality, someone like that. And they were seen dancing in the fire, and along with those three, they saw a fourth person, which people believe was Jesus, or an angel or something, that came to save them, and they did not die in the fire. So this is pretty cool. If he has some connection to something like that, well, look at his age, man, 240 years old. Okay, so we already know something is off, different about this guy. Meshach is definitely different. He's 6'2", pretty big boy, 205 pounds, kind of lean, ethnicity black, origin United States. Okay, all right, I'm digging all that. That's kind of cool. Let's read his bio real quick, and then we'll come back and look at his stats. So his bio: Mythsmith is genetically tied to Next Door, the extra-dimensional realm all magic comes from. Wow. He's genetically tied to this realm called Next Door, where all magic comes from. How in the heck does a person get genetically tied? That's some deep stuff. Loving it already. Mystical energy is imparted onto his DNA. Is that a real word? Onto? He wields weapons and artifacts from various mythologies of the world. So he wields weapons from various mythologies of the world, and these weapons are empowered by his magical nature. Dang. So not only is he genetically tied to the realm of magic, he wields magical weapons that are also powered by his magic genetic nature. Whoa! Okay, I'm loving it. And the guy wears blue jeans. Okay, so look, it says Myth was gifted with nigh immortality and tasked with maintaining the balance between the real world and the world of magic. Wow. Pretty slick. So you know, he's like a gatekeeper of sorts. Let's take a look at his stats. Okay. So here in Indie Deck, what I was trying to create a single platform that all creators could put their characters on and use one criteria alone, a list of criteria that we all could use, right? That we could gauge our abilities, and it would be a realistic barometer because we're all using the same metrics. So in Indie Deck metrics, you have your green bar, which is your base level. And I decided that some characters can actually go beyond their base sometimes. You know, it depends on the character. So that is what the pink bar represents. It's that character pushed to the max. So let's say you have an average housewife who's relatively, you know, not the strongest thing in the world. But if she gets into a, Lord forbid, a car accident and her child is trapped in the back back of the car and the doors jam, it has been known that women find the strength to rip doors off of hinges to save their children. So that would be their max bar. The myth, the myth Smith, Mr. Smith, Myth Smith. God, I cannot do that. It looks like his physical might is a 5. So his base is a 5. So looking at that in Indie Deck standards, his base of a 5, he can lift a grown man. Okay, he can lift a grown man just on his own, right? And it looks like he can push it to 9, which means he can lift an 18 wheeler. What? Whoa. Okay. Okay. We are dealing with supernatural powers already. All right. So let's see what his mental acuity is. So his mental acuity is normally a 4, which means he's quick witted. Okay. So he's quick witted. All right. But he can go up to a 9. So on a 9 on mental acuity, he can understand hidden knowledge. Wow, which would make sense, being his magical nature. All right, so let's see his combat skills. His combat skills are a 4. His base is a 4, so he can fight highly skilled fighters. So he must be trained in some type of formal combat. Let's put it that way. But so that's his base. But his max is a 9. So he he can fight an army. Okay. Hey, if you got the right magical weapons and spells, I guess you could, right? All right, so let's see. What is durability? His base durability is a 4, which has him at he can take a beating. Okay. All right. And his max is a 9, which means he can take falling buildings. So wait a second. Homeboy can lift 18 wheelers. He can fight up an army. As an army, he can fight an army, and he can survive fallen buildings. This dude is like magical MacGyver. Okay, all right, all right. I'm loving it though. I'm really loving it. All right, so what's his speed? His speed is a 4, which he's an average. He has the average speed, the speed of an average adult, basically. But when it's pushed to its max, it's a 9 as well, and that means he can keep up with street traffic. He can run like Black Panther in Winter Soldier Boy. When they got into the tunnel, they were running with the cars. The homeboy's keeping up with street traffic. So it looks like this guy, the Myth Smith, is just as strong and quick on his feet, which is pretty interesting. So let's check the last attribute, his energy / halo. So in Indie Deck, what your halo is sort of like your metaphysical physical presence. It is the sum of your metaphysical being, which could be seen like an aura around your body or a crest around your head. It's what the Omni-God see when they open the book of life and they read all the names of everything that's in creation. Basically, what spells out your name is your halo. All right. If they were ever to take your name out of the book of life, then they would have cracked your halo. And in the Powerverse and Indie Deck, you can die. But if your halo hasn't been cracked, you could still come back. You might exist in another multiverse. Someone could possibly cast a spell and resurrect you. But if someone kills you, destroys you utterly, and cracks your halo, destroys you utterly all the way down to your halo, then you are gone. You are out of existence. You cannot come back. There's no way coming back. So this is what your halo is. It's like the innate energy of who you are. And being a magician, this is what you're going to also sort of help summon your spells from. Let's say if you have a more physical character like Captain America, where he's getting his will from, his will to fight like that is coming from his halo. Some characters you can visually see the energy coming from them, like let's say Cyclops, right? He has eye blast. But other characters you can't see the energy, like the Hulk, but he possessed it. He manifests it within himself. So it looks like the Mythsmith's Halo is a 10, which makes him, he can defy creation. Okay, this guy is, well, if he is kind of in tune with the magical realms, basically almost a symbiotic twin to it. Like like he's like a cosmically aware skin tag to the realm of magic. It's kind of he's kind of, it's kind of hard to get rid of. You're gonna have to use some of those extra eucalyptus leaves and scissors to get rid of him. Some of that cosmic. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So his stats are pretty interesting. Now let's check out his threat modifiers. That's what we call them in indie deck. Those are the little boxes right under his portrait that has all these different icons in it. So the first one is team member. Is he a team member? Right. The second, the dollar sign. Does he have access to wealth or corporate power? The third one is magic. The fourth one is time travel, and the fifth one is exotic tech. So if you have any of these, right, they also add to your power rating. So how you get a power rating on an indie deck card is you basically add up all the attributes. They give you your base power, and then if every square that's turned green, that means that character wields that, right? And so that gives them an extra 10. So it looks like if you added up all of his base powers, the 9s and the 10, 55, and with his magic that gave him another 10, which made him a 65. So his power rating is a 65. Pretty strong character. I like what I'm getting from the card. He sounds very interesting as a character. So I decided to take a look over at Mr. Boney's Facebook page and see if there was a little bit more about Mythsmith, and there was. I like what he's got set up. You should definitely go check it out. His header shows a lot of the books that he has done with him with Mythsmith. And I'm about to go to language class to be able to say that name. But yeah, he's got some cool artwork there. You get to see the Smith in action, fighting obvious creatures of the night and lore. The artwork is really cool. It's really sort of scratchy, minimalist, and stylized, but very clean. It's quite impressive. It really is quite impressive. I'm liking what I'm seeing more and more. If I were to grade this character, he sounds pretty interesting to me, and a very powerful magic user. I love the aesthetics of the character. I like how he looks. He looks like an average Joe, sort of like an adventurer almost. And he's older, 240 years old, so he has seen a lot, especially in the United States, being a person of African descent, and who has access to the magical realm. Oh gosh, the stories, man! I just want to peel back the cover. I got to thinking, and hey, magic user. We just did a review of Doctor Strange, so I couldn't resist. The Mythsmith versus Doctor Strange. Let's do it. Round 1. So we got a 5. All right, that means speed and agility. Doctor Strange, his base is 20 because he has a 10 plus. Whenever a character gets to 10 and he gets a plus, it's actually a double 10. So his base is 20. Dang. The Mythsmith, his base is 9. Okay, great. So we know Doctor Strange is faster than Mythsmith, and the reason why, more than likely, is because Doctor Strange, he uses those sling blades, and he can open portals, he can move quicker, he has the eye of Agamotto, right? So he can manipulate things in a way maybe the Mythsmith cannot. So let's see. What we do is we take that base and we allow the characters to roll a 6-sided dice each. We add that to their base, and that is their attack. So Doctor Strange, go ahead and make your roll, baby. Let's see what happens. Okay, a 6. All right, so Doctor Strange rolls a 6 plus his base. He gets an attack of 26. All right, come on, Mythsmith, what you got? All right, homeboy rolls a 3. Okay, a 3 plus his base of 9. That's a 12. Okay. Looks like Doctor Strange won round 1. There's 3 rounds. All right, round 2. Let's just get this thing going. All right, where are we going to roll? What arena are we going to fight on? Okay, looks like it's going to be 3. Combat skills. Let's check it out. All right, it looks like Doctor Strange has a combat skill of 7. And the Misfit has combat skill of 9. Okay, so Misfit has, he's on. Hey, look, maybe at first Doctor Strange got the jump on him. All right, but they closed in. They closed in on each other right now. Now they're hand to hand right now. They're hand to hand. Okay, let's see what happens. Doctor Strange, you go ahead and get your roll in, baby. Let's see what happens. Okay, rolls a 5 plus his 7. That's a 12. Oh, that's kind of nice. Let's see what Miss Smith rolls. Okay, he rolls a 4. All right, but plus his 9. A third. Oh, look, he outmaneuvered him. Maybe the Myth Smith knows a little more Mojo Jojo than Doctor Strange. Caught him off guard. Okay, so the second round goes to the Smith. All right, here we go. Round 3. This is round 3, the final round. What arena are we gonna fight on? Let me see. Okay, 6. All right, that's energy. Oh, Halo. Energy. Okay. All right. What's Doctor Strange? Doctor Strange's base is a 9, and the Miss is a 10. Ooh. Okay. All right. Okay. Well. All right. Doctor Strange, go ahead and make your roll, baby. What you got? Doctor Strange rolls a 2. Okay. 2 plus his 9 is 11. All right, Myth. Okay, Myth. Smith. Go ahead. Roll. What you got? A 5. Okay. All right. 5 with his 10 is 50. Hey. And that is his second round. Best 2 out of 3. That means the Myth Smith won. All right, look, hey, that was a pretty good fight, but it looked like my boy with the blue jeans had just enough to take out Doctor Strange. Hey, when you think about it, he's 240 years old. He's at least 200 and some odd years older than Doctor Strange. He might know a little bit more than he does, and it's actually his other stats just couldn't match up to the Myth Smith. So, look, hey, well, there you go, guys. That's another Indie Deck Versus, and this has been another View from the Deck with your boy, Vince White. Until next time, hey, remember, be powerful and get in the deck. Peace.